What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Look, we're gonna make this short and simple and super quick about this. In regards of the festival event of Dual Triangle, it's been two decks that we already found in terms of a fusion and EXZ. At the time this video goes up, we already covered Lunalights. For the XZ deck of choice and the Link deck of choice, it's all a mystery, so we will leave that to interpretation of what to find out. But nevertheless, Spectate Saturdays, episode 8. This is the Dual Triangle version of Spectate Saturdays. If you love to see more, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And with that being said, let us get into Spectate Saturdays top 5, not counting self-defeat decks. And of course, the rules are set in stone for Spectate Saturdays. If you choose Team Fusion, you will go against XZ and or Link decks. If you choose Team XZ, this is where you go against Fusion and Link decks. If you choose Team Link, you will go against Fusion and XZ decks. Based off from this perspective view, Testina's, of all things, being an XZ deck, but the true question is, what is Testina up against? Primite Etherbaro, okay, so that leads to do one of the two following things. If it's Blue Eye Spirit, it's Team Link, and if not, then it's probably Fusion. Straight up set, the Primite Fuse, so Testina being an XZ, taking on Team Fusion of Primites. At the Barrel Tribute, Primite Dark Magician. And of course, new cards coming in, Primite Fuse, aside from Fusion summoning shtick, but the twist is, shuffle the materials from field, graveyard, and or banishment into the deck, including a normal monster. And then you can banish this from grave and will level 5 or higher Primite monster from deck or graveyard to hand. So level 5 or higher Primite being Imperial Dragon. And when it comes to Nether Berzelius, level 8 Earth Dragon Fuse, 1600 attack, no defense. That takes 1 Primite and 1+ normal monsters. Gains 1000 attack for each normal monster used for its fuse summon. The more normals you use, too much attack. Negate the activated effects of monsters your opponent controls whose levels / ranks / link ratings are less than or equal to the number of normal monsters in your field and your graveyard. Obviously, there is none at the moment. And if for some reason this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get special 1 normal monster from your deck in defense. Interesting. Primite Fuse, banish, getting Imperial Dragon, and pass. Draw and pass. Real normal Etherbaro, another Primite Fuse. Same play, Red Eyes this time. For Chaos Star Source Dragon. 26, 25, 50, 100, and pass. Draw. Too many high level monsters from the hand, there's not much Tistina can do about it. Drill Beam, banish Chaos Star Source, reset button to Drill Beam. For whatever the reason, I don't know why Primite player did that when he had game on board. Still no sign of a real normal Tistina. Yeah, Primite's taking up the advantage. Whatever deck list this is for the Tistina, sad to say it, it's not so much when you're running too many high-level monsters. So Primite, Dark Magician / Dragoon takes one. Okay, Tistina, round 2. Okay, I'm pretty much convinced that this must be the Tistina loner deck. So round 2 with Tistina. This is much better than the first one. And yet, still not doing anything. Team XZ versus Team Fusion in terms of Cyber Dragons. Simplified game state. Cyber End full 8,000 via Power Bond. Okay, so for Team Link, this looks like Magistus of sorts. I don't know. But otherwise, Royal Emilia Dance Priestess of the Necros. So that pretty much tells me Necros must have got their hands on new cards. So if I miss out any on new cards, comment below just in case. So, first things first on the new Necros good stuff. Advanced Swordsman of the Necros. Level 4 Water Spellcaster, 1500 attack, 800 defense. If you exactly one Ritual Summon Necros, in terms of performing a Ritual Summon of exactly one Necros Ritual, this card can be used as the entire thing. Sounds familiar? Upon normal summon, you get special one Necros monster from your deck that isn't advanced, so E-Telly. And if this card is distributed by a card effect, you can add any number of banished Necros cards with different names from your okay, so banish pile to the hand. So this is basically late game setup, gathering massive resource. And then the massive resource gain is, whoa, once per duel, aka one time only. Emilia Dance Priestess of the Necros. Level 4, Water Spellcaster, 1600 attack, 800 defense. Same exact thing, one Necros Ritual Summon. The whole entire thing is a tribute. Each of the following effects once per turn. If you have a Warrior Necros monster in your field or graveyard, free special from hand. Upon no more special, you can add one Necros Ritual spell or Necros spell from deck to hand. So she is a Necros Ritual monster or one Necros spell from deck to hand. So she's essentially Manju but for Necros. It's been way too long getting to know Necros ever since this archetype happens to be in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! One of those tier 0 decks. Because when the Shining Forces first came out, it was between Necros, Yosenju, and Ritual Beast. Necros was seen more because, if I recall, Necros Embryonic was one of the most expensive ones, and that is way too much cash in the early years to gather the entire Necros set for about almost $1,000, if I recall correctly. So, aside from Advance and Amelia being one of the newer ones, Necros of Metaltron, courtesy of Sophia, Necro Sophia wearing the armor of Zephyr Metaltron. So most cases about Necros of Metaltron, level 9, scale of 5, 2500 attack, 3000 defense for a light worm for some reason and not a spellcaster. Ritual Pendulum. Aside from the ritual summoning shtick of Necros things, must be ritual summon using monsters, and you cannot use level 9. To get around that thing, Shuret, Advance, and Amelia being used as the entire tributes for that matter. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, banish this card until the end phase, and if you do, banish that monster. SP Little Knight in a nutshell. And that effect is a once per turn. Any monster gets killed by battle with your Necros monster is banished. Lesser Fiend, the Necros version. Gross. Scale effect, hard once. If your Necros cards, more than one, is banished face up outside of the damage step, you can target one spell trap anywhere on the field, banish it. Nice spot removal there. And then Necros Divine Mirror, click play spell, each effect once per turn. During the main phase, ritual summoning shtick of a Necros from your hand or banish by tributing monsters from your hand, field, and or sending Necros monsters from your extra deck to the grave whose total levels or exceed the levels. Again, ritual summoning shtick. During your main phase, you can banish this and one Necros monster from your graveyard, add one Necros spell from your deck to your hand. Copies of the card included, by the way. Each effect once per turn. So, Horus Necros on Team Link. And with this hand, Prep can get things going, I suppose. Team Link versus Team Fusion of Dynamorphia. So, Diplos, Foolish Theresia, and 3 set. So Nibiru is not so much, to be honest. First things first. Trap Trick this early on means whichever trap card that you use out of the 3 set one more time, you cannot use those blanks unless, for whatever the reason, if they're spells, sure. But otherwise, no more trap card activations after you use one more trap. Trap Trick, for the sake of Frenzy, to set the Royal version. Nice. Duster anyways. Royal Frenzy. Fair Magic. To E-Telly Schmieta. Cool. The Lost Out Kenjina. Okay, so Jar of Avarice not gonna cut it, and then Super Poly is indeed a card. Kenjina, Show me Rex turn. Lost out Rex turn. Prep for Brionic. Brionic. For Necros of Catastor. Now, no Necros lists in general throughout the meta plated, so let's see the reason why. Discard this. Target one Necros monster in graveyard. Special it. So Reborn. Hard once. At the start of the damage step, if a Necros monster you control battles an opponent's face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, kill it. That makes sense. The extra deck version of Ally of Justice Catastor. Dance Priestess, free special. Artemis. SP Little Knight, being small she is. Banish Rex turn. Catastor. Reborn Dance Priestess. Celine. Let's see. 3. Only 4 spells, so 4 spell counters. Celine. For Dance Priestess. Access code. 01. Kill off Kinchigina. Reborn Theresia. Straight up set Frenzy. And lethal by access code. That was the third match, and Team Link takes one over Team Fusion. Mathmex in terms of Team Link. And with this hand, I'd say it's hit or miss. Real normal Firewall Defensor, Sigma Extension, Splash Mage, Defensor for Guardian, Link Decoder, Guardian, Reborn, Transcode Talker, Reborn Decoder, Transcode, Reborn Splash, Neo Tempest Terahertz, and yet you're playing Lynx. So let's see what's the case about this. Send one Cyberse monster from your deck or extra deck. So based off from the Cyberse links, if any, Salamangreat Amirage, Lingaribo, IP Masquerena, G Golem Crystal Heart, Geeko Talker Heat Soul, Firewall, Avermax, Access Code, Toss Out Microcoder, Splash Reborn Microcoder, Sexy Play, Geeko Talker Heat Soul, pay 1,000 and draw one, getting Signet Conflict, on opponent's turn, Heat Soul, pay 1,000, draw one, and then Neo Tempest Terahertz, toss out Code of Soul. Tributes the Heat Soul for Jizukiru Kaiju, Storm, Blow Up Back Row, Lyrilusk, so Team Link versus Team XZ. Where art thou due to Celestine Wagtail exists? There's the Ash. Thrust for Bird Call. Fire off the Troll. Bird Call, Toss Out Barrel, Special Sapphire. AZ shook it into Recital Starling. Effect Veiler on the Starling. Typhon. Bounce back Neo Tempest Terahertz. To tell you the truth, I would have bounced back the Jizukiru and then slap it on top of Terahertz. But I totally get it where this is coming from, because you eventually don't want to give your opponents resources. Rio Normal Fuelos, Salamangreat Almirage, Subtraction, Debuff Typhon, G Golem Crystal Heart, Royal Rare by the way, Reborn Transcode, Jizukiru over Typhon, and its simplified game state. Oh, hello? Attack twice? What is the cause of this? I believe it's Crystal Hearts. Let me see what's up. You can target one Earthlink monster in graveyard, special it to your zone in which this card points to, and if you do, place one GG counter on this. Earth monsters co-linked to this card gain 600 attack for each GG counter on this card, can make a second attack during each battle phase, and if it attacks a defense monster, pierce battle damage. So that explains everything on Transcode being able to attack twice because of Crystal Heart. That's crazy. And last but certainly not least, Team XZ with some weird, unique creations with his hand. Star Seraphs featuring Vingol's Blessing, but we'll see where this leads. Vingol's Blessings, toss out Gem Knight Nepirim. Wow. And I believe it's discard, send one. So sending Performance Cup Shaker, bring it back. Nepirim, getting Quartz. Nepirim, extra summon a Quartz. XZ shucking into Dagaris. Dagaris, draw 2, discard 1. Dagaris go up into Armor Fortress. Detach 1. Full Armor XZ, go up into Full Armor Dark Knight Lancer, 7 Ascension for 7 Tachyon. Star Seraph, getting the Scepter, put it back. The Retrained Regulus for World of Spirits, free special Star Seraph Scepter, and the Sovereignty, free special, searching for rank up magical force, once per turn on the use. Target one rank 4 spellcaster XZ in your graveyard, reborn it, effects negated, then special one rank 5 spellcaster XZ from your extra deck by using it as material, and if you do, +1 material. Another Sovereignty, draw 1. XZ shucking into Masquerade. Kill off Vingolf. Oh, hello? Oh, it's the Scepter / Sovereignty with the supernatural effects. So let's see. Upon XZ shucking, target one other card on the field, kill it, and if you do, draw 1. Yeah, it's definitely Scepter's supernatural effect. So the draw card happens to be 7th Ascension, kill off Vingol's Blessing to reborn the Sage, and then Tsukuyomi. Set all. World of Spirits, getting Regulus Retrain, Tsukuyomi. Dish 2, draw 2. Utopic features Zexal. Wannabe. Team XZ versus Team Fusion being Dynamorphia. And when it comes to Wannabe, excavate cards from the top of the deck equal to the number of unused spells and traps, and you can straight up set the excavated trap, excuse me, to your field. Bust it into the graveyard during the next end phase and place the rest back to the bottom. So you got Root, Trap Trick, getting Brute, and pass over to Dynamorphia. Okay, so Lament, for the sake of getting any normal trap. Tribute, Mandatory Frenzy, and set 3, Brute goes away. Foolish, Domain, Unbreakable XZ Barrier, detach to 2, kill off another Domain, wow. Toss out Sovereignty, Frenzy, Kentragina, Full Armor, Kentragina, okay, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect on the field as a quick effect, detach 1, does not target, take control of one monster your opponent controls. Also, for the rest of this turn, this card cannot be killed by battle or card effects. There's the end, Tat, courtesy of Kentragina Existence. Kill off Utopic Features Exile. Toss out the materials for the sake of Rex turn. Unbreakable XZ Barrier gets added back. Quick play? Oh, I didn't know that's a quick play. That's crazy. So, rank 5 of a spellcaster. That means you got Shadowmaker, Umbral Horror Masquerade. Seventh Ascension, getting the 7th one. Banish. So let's see what's up with this. If your opponent controls something that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can banish this from the grave, send 1 rank of magic spell from hand to the graveyard. It copies the effect of the spell. So 7th one, get something out of the extra deck between 101 through 107, and then XZ summon that same number monster within the chaos number. So most cases, Star Seraph, Sentry, turn it into Archfiend Seraph. I once played this card in Ghost Trick Rank Up for the sake of Astral Force, and this card comes up clutch on the burn damage. But because it's Dynamorphia, do they have any? They do indeed have normal traps, so no effect damage just yet. And then they do have a counter trap, so no battle damage just yet. Archfiend Seraph. Set 1 and pass. Real normal Diplos. Toss off Frenzy. Burn for 500. Rex. Unbreakable Barrier XZ. No materials. If the last material gets detached, inflict 1,500 to your opponents. Rex turn. I think he lost. Yeah, he lost. Because wasn't he supposed to chain the Dynamorphia traps? Let's see. When your opponent activates a card or effect while your life points are 2,000 or less, you can banish this. You take no effect damage. Dynamorphia misplayed on that last burn damage so bad. Oh, wow. He probably had the Dynamorphia player tilted. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is James Polk on the Spectate Saturdays Dual Triangle Festival Edition. If you can do better, leave out your friend code. Let's see some replays to the public, and you to be featured as a special guest performance. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.